Looking for answers within our community. A documentation of parent leaders bringing their talents and capacities back to their own communities. This work matters to parents because this work is about making meaningful change in our communities.
I think that's the biggest thing to bring back to the parents is if you truly are feeling something in your heart, don't take no for an answer.
Parent leaders presented their work in public, including at the October 2012 Stone Soup Conference, Collective Action, Parts to Whole.
So in the beginning, the first session, I was very nervous. If it was up to me, I would have never spoken. I would have just handed out what needed to be given and displayed what's on the laptop. By the second session, some things had really dramatically changed, and I wasn't so nervous. I was okay to talk to the people, and they engaged more, and it made a difference. I don't know what really changed it, but I was more confident then, even though I was a little nervous, but I was more confident.
Rubis Collado focused her energy and talent on creating an identifiable effort called Taking Action in Waterbury, an effort about building relationships and motivating people to take action together. Each community issue was addressed at 3 levels, focusing on action at the family, school, and community level. All levels were intersected by the need for political action to inform our established systems. Tamika Peters and Crystal Hernandez identified a need for a child-friendly gathering place for parents with young children, a place that would facilitate parent information exchange and be a resource in their town. Using social media, as well as more traditional meetings with key town people, Crystal and Tamika have made the need for such a place known. Ideally, this place would be a splash pad, drawing families to their town. Given the scope of this project, the ongoing action is required along with specific next steps. Continue to stakeholder support and buy-in. Reach more parents and community members to build upon positive demands of our goal. Meet with town officials and town departments. Create budgets and seek funding from local, state, and countrywide funders. Make a groundbreaking splash.
Again, the platform of this program allowed me to write up this grand idea of something I wanted to implement. And I did set out to implement it, and we have started something called the New Hallville Community Parent Engagement Network.
Doreen Abubakar works specifically in New Hallville, a New Haven neighborhood, to link residents with neighborhood nonprofit and business resources. All stakeholders have been engaged in an action analysis cycle to address the specific local problem. New Hallville is the largest neighborhood in New Haven, Connecticut. The area is consumed by 97% residential property. This underserved neighborhood lacks infrastructure and capacity for family support services, economic opportunities, access to resources, information, and programs needed to support families to succeed. Monica Jackson and William Carter listened carefully to parents' concerns for their children. What they heard across families, neighborhoods, schools, and churches is the concern about bullying. Thinking about this topic in a new way, their work has been on proactively bully-proofing all children rather than focusing on punishing the bully. As parent leaders, they found what parents need is to help their children stay safe and stay positive, often breaking the cycle of multiple generations of violence. Last year, the key initial steps included talking about parent and children's desires for this cycle-breaking information on the local radio, connecting to the community through large official and formal structures where stakeholders convene, and following up with smaller learning meetings, making sure the smaller meetings are connected to the larger effort and conversations. Yuri Maciel Andrews made considerable strides in a citywide family events and programs calendar. Upon first setting up the calendar, Yuri wanted parent feedback and did this using a survey. The goal of this survey was to track views, impressions, and other interactions of the family events and programs calendar by its subscribers, and to convert the results into improvement of the service, as well as to find more effective ways to reach and inform parents and providers. This survey alone did not reach all the goals, but at least has set a benchmark that can be adjusted with future surveys. Cheryl Peterson and Carla Woodworth had extensive experience working in a very successful early childhood collaborative in their town. But how to keep parents involved as their children grow older? How best can new parents with young children be engaged? And how does a successful collaborative keep parent voices central in the conversation? Multimedia networking is helping to provide some answers. Carmen James decided to work with providers and join an existing annual fair. Using survey and demographic information to make sure parents have access to enough information, Carmen learned 81.6%, or 40 of the 49 parents who answered, found there to be about the right amount of information covered at the fair. Additional questions provided feedback on other topics parents wanted to see, as well as the access of the fair by all residents. The Looking for Answers Together issue guide was the result of a year-long effort by the parent co-researchers who listened to over 100 parents and residents across Connecticut. By listening, they learned what parents and residents, grandparents and educators, shop owners and business people thought was important when nurturing young children. Produced in both English and Spanish, the issue guide is available to support public conversations led by parent leaders. These conversations get us thinking and listening to each other. Parents leading these conversations make visible what the larger community can do to nurture our children.
Not just saying you're a part of something, but knowing that if there's 10 problems, you're at least trying to help change at least 2, maybe 3. You can't change them all, but at least trying to make a change out of all the situations that are occurring.
In the spring of 2013, parent co-researchers and parent leaders supported communities in having the first Connecticut community conversations using the Looking for Answers Together issue guide. In the fall of 2013 and beyond, parents will continue to use this guide across Connecticut and other communities across the nation.